Hello again, friends and loyal WulffPack members, Chaos Wolf here, and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. Today we are going to be taking a look at the Viper Mark III's Raider ship kit. Now, let's go and put on a paint job so we can see this a little bit better. First of all, let's go and take a look at the spoilers. As we can see, it's a 3-part kit, so 1, 2, 3. First part is this one here. And here it is, the first piece. Basically just looks like two big fins with a big girder in between and a bunch of scrap piled on. But then again, that's the look this is going for. A few extra miscellaneous spikes, and that is what we have. Now, taking a look at part number 2, here we go. This looks like a lot of extra pieces. Straight off, we can see that we've got some kind of borderline shark fin, one of the little horns from the previous kits, and a little extra barreled over area here with some extra reinforced girdery bits. Taking a look from the front, we can see the fin up top along with the somewhat barreled section with the support strutty bits there. We've also got some tube going over the top of the ship, and one horn spike thing. Though, I've got to say, it's only on one side, so it's giving it a very asymmetric look. We've also got some plates, what look like they're patching up a section there, so well, it's kind of interesting. Not as much as I was expecting to be on here, but then again, this is only a small ship. Moving on to part 3 now, and that is the super spiky one. So let's go and add that. Now again, it's looking a lot more understated than what we're used to. Because I'm used to there being a lot of things added to these ships. This particular one feels a lot less like it's just adding loads of bits on, but it kind of works on this ship. I do like this particular one here, because it's not exactly massively in your well, I say it is in your face, just not as much as it could have been. Now, out of all of these 3 pieces, number 1, 2, and 3, I've got to say that my favourite one so far is actually this one. Not for the tubing across all the little horn thing there, but I really do like this fin down the centre. I kind of really like that. So this is the one we are going to be adding, just not yet though. Moving on to the wings, let's have a look at the first one here. That is, oh holy crap, that is a lot of stuff. Now I can see why the tail wasn't adding too many things, bloody hell. Now we can just see the Frankenstein's monstrosity that this is. We've got spikes on the engine nacelles. We've got plating kind of covering over the joins in between. Some more spikes. Some more larger spikes going down the length of the ship. A few more odd ones here, and a huge pair coming up to the side of the main body here. As well as some more little canisters, big ass canisters there, some more plating and spikes, and another one down the side, and again more canisters underneath. And yes, we have more canisters underneath on the opposing side as well. So that's very busy. We can also see that there's some tubing and wiring going from the top section of additional plating here going into the center of the ship there. That's actually kind of cool. I kind of like that one. But let's have a look at the second piece here. Wow, this is a lot more understated. Some extra fins on the side. I actually kind of like those. Some extra, what looks like some kind of heat sink almost there. And another fin on this side, and some more bits added. This is a bit more symmetrical. Obviously not completely. Some more canisters up the back, but let's get a closer look. Now, as we saw before, we have the fins on the side, as well as what looks like maybe a heatsink or something. I don't know what that is. We've also got a spike coming off of that. No, that's just one of the weapon hard points underneath. And the kind of the canisters on the side here, whatever the hell that would be. But they've got spikes on there as well. And looking over to the other side, there are no canisters. But actually, no, there are. But they are on the side down the bottom. That's actually kind of nice. I kind of do like that one. More canisters underneath on this side, just behind the hardpoint mounts. And the fin with the extra tubing and plating there. That's kind of interesting. I do actually like this one so far. Now, so far, I was really worried that this was just going to be copy-pasting 100% of all its components from other ship kits. And I've got to say, there are some new additions in here, so this really does feel like a bit more of a unique kit. And that makes me happy. Moving on to the last part of the wing section, and that is the one with all the spikes. We've got spikes here, 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 down the side. Yes, that's a lot of spikes. Well, not a lot. Other ships have way more, but this is one of the smallest ships that these kits are currently for. So let's add this and get a bit of a closer look. As we can see here, the spikes do go from the top and all the way folding round to the bottom. They also have them on the little nacelle at the back. Nothing around the back at the moment per se, but that's probably going to be in a different section of the kit. Makes it look like it might be dangerous for the dock crew coming around this ship. Well, I've got to say, it does give a nice, brutal vibe to the ship. Now, out of all of these, I really do think that I like well, to be perfectly honest, for me, it's a toss-up between the Part 2 and the Part 3. I really do like this one, but I also think it'd be nice to have the fin down the centre as well. So I think, yeah, I think Part 3 is actually one of my favourite. Moving on to the bumper, we've got Bumper Part 1. Here we go. Oh, have a look at that. It's almost turning this thing into a hammerhead. Now again, I'm not the biggest fan of these kind of the hammerheady kind of pieces in this, but it kind of works a little bit more with the shape of this ship. We've also got what looks like the little minor roll cage, and this one does look unique to this ship. This one doesn't look as though it's actually been stolen from another kit. So that is kind of cool. Although we do have the item here from, well, the tubing here from the Cobra kit. But it looks like it could really work. Although I would have preferred to see this move a little bit further back to cover this section up here. But, oh well, that's just me nitpicking. Getting a bit of a closer look, we can see that indeed the cockpit, well, the canopy kind of cover isn't from any other kit. It is unique to this one. Underneath the hull we also have more spikes which would blend this in with different parts to this kit as well. Moving on to part number 2 of this kit, and that is this one. Again, we are going to be having some more big sections coming off of the side, and these ones aren't as bad as the previous, but I'm still not a massive fan of these particular pieces here and there. Everything else looks fine to me. An additional kind of antennae / spiky thing. More spikes, some more tubing here. We've also got some cages over the manoeuvring thrusters, though these look a little bit large to me. So they definitely feel very, very recycled off of one of the other kits. But that's just me. Again, like I said, I'm probably just nitpicking. Overall, this one's not as bad as the others. It's just I really don't understand this piece here, and I don't really like the cages over the manoeuvring thrusters. That bugs me. The fins on the side, I can take them or leave them. The rest of it, I have no problem with whatsoever. Now on to the last of the bumpers, and this is going to be the super spiky one. And there we go. Wow, that is extremely spiky. Wow, just look at how many you've got here. Well, then again, it's not really about the amount of them, I suppose, on this. It's just how big they are. Those look very, very brutal. So let's get a bit of a closer look and see what they look like underneath. As we can see, these spikes do go on quite a ways underneath as well, though not as far back as I would have thought they would. But that is made up in just how big these are. They do kind of go very well with the shape of the ship as well, making it look rather brutal. Now, out of all of these pieces, I'm kind of torn, really, because I do really like... I always like the roll cage kind of things on these. But I always hate it that they are added on with the hammerhead pieces, so we're not going to worry about that one. This one's okay, although, again, that piece down there bugs me. And I think overall this one is going to be the one I'm going to end up going for. But again, we're not going to add it yet, we'll put it together after. Now, moving on to the last section, which is the tail section. As we can see, we have got 3 pieces here. First one is going to be just lots. Lots of flat metal pieces here. Alright, fine. Let's add it and go and have a look close up. Well, it definitely looks improvised. Not quite sure what I think of it massively. The rear hatch is, well, the rear airlock is still intact and open. Well, not open, but you can get to it at least. Lots of plates here covering one of the heat vents. That's weird. And yeah, maybe a place to stand and shoot from. Maybe some improvised cover. That could very well be it. Yeah. Okay, that's all I've got so far. Moving on to the second part of the tails, and that is this one. Now, that doesn't look too bad to me, actually. Now, this looks a lot better in my eyes. It's still got some of the flat plating, but it just makes the ship look like it's supposed to go faster. So, not much more to say about this. It does look very interesting. It does have the plates on the bottom as well, and the spikes on the bottom as well, so it's very well balanced. Now on to the last one, and that is the super spiky. So this and part 2, there's not a massive amount of difference between the two of them. Has smaller plates but a lot more spikes. Gotta say, I kind of do like this one as well. Again, it is balanced down the bottom, at least visually speaking. So yeah, I'm kind of pleased with this one as well. Alright, so now I've put on all the pieces that I like the most. We've gone for spoiler 2, wings 2, bumper 3 and tail 3. So I'm kind of liking the way this works together. Now, as always with the Raider kits, the individual ship kit parts are just half of the deal. We do also have the paint jobs. We're going to have a look at the first one here, which is Corrosive 6. Now, the issue I have with all of these corrosive paint jobs is they do seem very low res. And it was something I was hoping would be fixed by Frontier, but it doesn't seem to be the case. But, oh well. We're here to have a look at these and see what you guys think. So this is Corrosive 6. We're going to move up to Corrosive 3. A lot paler, a lot more of a sandy colour. Down to Corrosive 4. This one seems to fit the colour of the pieces a lot better for me. Corrosive 5. Yeah, it's not bad, but again, the mottling kind of colour there really does seem low res to me, and it bugs me a bit. Down to Corrosive 2. Again, this isn't bad. And down to Corrosive 1. Now here I can really see that it's fairly low res textures, and I've got to say, it does bug me somewhat, but I think overall, number 4 or number 2? Let's see. I think number 4 is going to be the best. It's the one that looks best overall, I think. So we're going to go with that one. And here we go. After adding the decals and all the rest of the finishing touches, this looks like a very veritable pirate ship. Very, very scary indeed. Now, the question, as always, is not what I think about these kits, it's what do you guys think of them yourselves? Now, as ever, I have bought this kit myself. I have not been given it by Frontier, so whatever I say about this is my own view on it. So let me know what you think about this kit down in the comments. Are you going to be getting one yourself? Have you already? Or would you not touch it with a 10-foot cattle prod? Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. I do hope you guys have enjoyed it. Like the video if you've liked it, dislike it if you didn't. Neither of those good enough for you, that's what the comments are for. I've been Commander Chaos Wolf from Sci-Fi Gaming. You guys, as always, have been epic. I will see you soon. Until next time, my fellow commanders, keep flying and stay shiny.